things off. So making quite a bit of sense so far through the ban phase.
For the attack, though, it does leave up Finka, that other key nade operator that Muzi's been playing quite a bit of. Now, Finka's kind of taken the role of like the Yana, like you could ban it and it could be crazy, but because she was so pivotal.
About two, and by some, I mean quite a few, actually. We've got 3 in the pockets of Ninjas in Pajamas, so a lot of artillery to try and deal with this strike coming in from Crest.
Oh, big pickup by Eclair right there. Khan's cut down on the close angle inside of Red, and again, this hole is open, so they've got an entry point. Psycho's got to aggressively contest this, but the utility clear by Crest is very much landing, able to open up a lot of these different positions, but a bit too late by Tiopi. Psycho regains his vision, but then pushes far too deep into Red. Claire's able to shut him down. They've got a spot to plant behind this column. Muzi with the C4, Pino on the other side too. They go out at the exact same time. One lands right as it needs to. Whiskey's picked up one, but he's got to push forth. No opportunity to go for the plan. He checks the wrong corners, got the intel now. Pino's maybe 2. We had 6, but now Lua might very well lose his supply as well.
A little harder to work in. I mean, I will say this though, there is some really unique operators that do have frag grenades right now. The one that I kept like slipping my mind was Nook, even though I clearly know that frag grenades are on this op. It's one of her mainstay bread and butter things. Psycho.
There you go.
Hey man, that would be fantastic if you were a catcher in the MLB, but not for Siege. This is not working out. Crest, 2 big pickups, one via cannon fodder and the other via lead. Well done from them. The patience showing in kind as to what can be done right now. I don't know if we were going to have that push in there from McClary. He was worrying me for just a second with how he was pressuring that door, but either way, trying to get a good read on what's going on inside of the site. They do that soft wall to the right that he's looking at trying to deal with too, but with so much time left on the clock, there is a lot that they can do with their current positioning.
This is going to require a little bit of an overperformance from NIP. I mean, they still have key positions. Wizard close on this breach and this doorway. NIP can still contest Piano as well, but somebody's got to get a kill in one of these spots. They cannot give up any more control inside of the bomb side. That's a good way to start. That's a good kill to make this a 3v3. The office balcony player now cut down. Khan's also somehow holding out as the storm barrels into Piano. Lua just holding the breach now as the attack has collapsed around him on the heaven balcony. He knows someone's on that doorway. That's where Wizard began the undoing of this round. He'll push in, land the pre-fire. Down a set of flashes. No advantage gained over NIP. Utility being burned at rapid speed. E1D's gone. Oh! But Wizard domed inside of Library. Now, Psycho backs off, knowing that the dock is lost. Gives up the top floor because they know with only 35 seconds left, Crest are really short on time. One player was flanking, but hops back down. Pino cuts down Whiskey, though. Playing on the library stairs as the Yana attempts to push down. Lua now finds himself back on this bar window, but no case to speak of. That's Eclair. They'll need to drop down the bar hatch. Plenty of ROUs in pocket. Plenty of ability, though.
Not going to work out too well for him. The light screen's going to fall back down, but it's not going to break up any of the lines of sight that they were actually worried about. Lua has to get going now. 8 seconds remaining, but they need this light screen to get up. Nobody's being active. Eclair, he drops down at possibly the worst moment, all because Lua really isn't ready. He wasn't even in the window yet. It's going to hit 0-0.
Need to just station someone on the doorway, on the wall, just to keep NIP at bay as they move in for the plant later.
This is going to be Crest's probably best attempt at getting around here right now. Yeah, and that's a big issue. The thing is that Ninjas in Pajamas really don't have the utility to be able to shut down a plant right now if crosses get set up and smokes go out, but they do have the verticality up here, and that's the worrisome thing. They're going to be able to play over the top of the breach, and that's more than likely going to be the round right there. Yep, Wizard's going to nip it right in the bud. And, I mean, it's all about map positioning, man. It really is. It just goes to show you. The utility from Nip, not all that great at shutting down a plant, but the angles are that they're holding.
15 seconds left.
Just poorly played from Crest, unfortunately. I mean, rotations out from NIP. They've got 50 seconds to play with, so they don't need to push this too far just yet. They can bide their time for a little bit. Got intel on somebody playing inside a bedroom as well. Oh, goes for the pre-fire. Muzi damaged quite a bit. Tiopi gets his first. What a first it is, too. Piano opened wide up. Blackwall also taken down. Khans fights back so quickly, though, and the fire on NIP is uncontestable at times. But Khans and Muzi, though, look at how low they are. Just one DMR shot either way could give this Crest's first attacking round. He's got him pinned down, maybe. Just maybe. He'll back off. He has the diffuser, but not a lot of time.
15 seconds left.
Just one bullet is all he needs. Khans lets the bomb go down. Will he find Whiskey as he falls off? No, he doesn't even know. Again, just one bullet. That's all Whiskey needs. He's forced the rotation out from the Frost, but can he find him? He's playing this passively. He's playing this smart. Khan's probing for intel. There's nothing, not a single iota of information in his brain being relayed by his teammates. Just ideas, just theories, but time is dwindling down. Only about 15 to 16 seconds remaining before that diffuser is beyond the pale. Continuously relaying his information, his position to Whiskey. Now or never, Whiskey will slowly push up. Khans does not get the kill. Whiskey will get the round as the diffuser drops too far down. Crest get there first at the very least.
Ring around the rosy. There it is.
No remaining at this point. That is a graphical bug as both firebolts have been used. But still, poor Util clear on that library position has forced him into that spot where he doesn't have any fireballs remaining. Just the smoke to try and cut off an angle alongside those flashbangs from Eclair. Tiopi now rotating over as there are a couple defenders down on that bottom floor, but both are going to focus on that library, the fireplace position. West Main, no, not a thought in their minds whatsoever. And this is a good rotation for Psycho as well. On low HP, holding a power position isn't really going to do. Maybe you can catch someone off guard. Tiopi, though, anticipates it.
Yeah, this is perfect patience. Well, the thing is for our boy Psycho over there is really what he wants to do is he wants to play extremely passively on main. Don't show face. Wait for them to try and take fireplace all, and as soon as they build up for that door, that's when you want to take the fight. Let everybody else deal with this verticality. Let them try and stay alive, and as soon as Whiskey or somebody jumps over, that's when we should see him activated. Tiopi's going to take down Muzi. Tiopi also takes out Wizard. Where is our man on the stairs? There he is. Psycho, take him out. It's up to Eclair and one more. It's going to be Psycho over inside a fireplace as he wraps around, but there's barbed wire here. There's going to be a big audio cue for him, whips around, and then the other player will also get off of plant. A lot of understanding what the defensive setup is before they start working their way in. They really enjoy playing maps from the outside of the building, Carter.
That's a bit of a worrying trend for Crest because you might get naded from below, and in some positions there's nothing you can do. But if Siren Echo's going to be running around, NIP might get that pick. But Tiopi also running around, flanking up West Main, catches Pino off guard. That Dokkaebi call goes out. Don't see a lot of Dokkaebi from NIP. It only came in round 15 of Oregon yesterday before we saw her. They might have learned as round 7, the first of their attacks, it goes out. It might just be big. Wizard able to find one. Oh, but Whiskey domes the Dokkaebi on that very window. A little bit more freer to rotate around that area now that that bedroom window's gone. A little bit freer still as Whiskey gunning with the 9mm. Muzi, just domes him, ends his reign of terror. And this is a 1v2 on the bomb site as one's flanking up Solar. Muzi's so focused on what's in front of him that they might just not see the player behind him, but I think he's backed off. Eclair pushed up close on the bathroom doorway. No one directly countering this diffuser. Muzi now concerned. Will the castle have an opportunity? Oh, he falls off. But Eclair has lost Tiopi for support on Solar. This is all one-sided now, especially now that the kill's confirmed. Khan's panicking, though, on the soft bathroom wall. They are so concerned about putting this bomb down. Muzi needs to cover. He's not watching. Eclair, do you know? Just one couple bullets through the wall. Shoot please, Eclair! Something, anything! Well, he might just have that. He domes Muzi, and now it's a post plant. But Khans is backed off. He's in the wind. Eclair's now the one struggling for intel. An opportunity so close you could taste it, but he missed his opportunity. He sees the bomb, but not Khans. That's the problem. Drone knows he's there. It's identified the position, but no longer. He'll begin the defuse to bait Khans further back. A familiar situation for him now on the other side. Khans just has to bait just a little longer, force him off one or two more times, and Khans knows.
They now have created some space for they themselves to open things up and make it difficult to play under the bomb site.
Khans going for the full wraparound, but so much time spent. That C4, one of them finally lands. Eclair taken down, though. Khans, I think, peppering two different players. Eclair cut down, and Whiskey also losing a lot of HP. Khans also spots the Valkyrie down below as Siren Echo uses his C4.
There's one
pressure anybody down Solar. Yes, there is somebody behind the display case. He doesn't check. Tiopi's now dropped the fuser right in front of him, and NIP have to go for the kills. Psycho finds one. They know the position of the Legion, but the Frost is unknown. Two line up for the 9mm, and there's no time for Pino to win this back. Crest take their first defense.
Some other guys. Dude, the difference in droning was like the biggest thing that I noticed at that moment in time. I was like, this info game is ridiculous. And that's the thing that I noticed with Ninjas and Pajamas. They are so willing to double check and triple check things to make sure that there wasn't a, something that Crest had building up later on into the round. It's so beautiful.
And that intel's got to be strong here because Whiskey's sitting on the opposite side of this cabinet. Oh, he's spotted by Psycho and now finished off by Khans. So they know he's there. The positions they need to worry about, you'd think, would be the breach, the connector, that area. But there is one roamer now. Crest moving up to the top floor. Somebody who could go for that retake. Tiopi over by Blue. It's a 2v3 on the site. Who can deny this plant by Cons? Tiopi opens up the blue angle as Wizard pushes down. Diffuser now dropped on the floor. Pino in the 1v3. 2 players on reduced HP. Knows one's in blue, but gets tagged out as he's moving backwards. Crest begin to mount to come back on this defense. He's saving him up for a rainy day. To throw at anybody might come his way. Who knows, though. But the map control has pretty much been ceded by Crest. I will say Eclair backs off very quickly. Tiopi found on the Thorn, who's playing Library earlier. I was going to say with the control, Crest were still holding. NIP will have very low time, but Crest all back off at about a minute left. Really banking on NIP to stall themselves out, not to find any more picks. But look at Psycho. He knows, or at least has an idea that Cyreneko might be flanking. He's been so individual, and the Brava's watching. The Brava's waiting. Can he find the kill? Muzi looking the wrong way. Still a disadvantage now. Cyreneko's position. No, he checks the wrong position. Opportunity now gone for NIP, but it's a 2v4 on the site. Psycho tries to hit, but gets a bit too quick. Whiskey takes down the both in stock. Pino's got to pick up the pieces again, but there's too many players to deal with. He checks the prone angle in stock, but the shotgun's too... NIP, they recognize what's going on. You can see them realize. Pino opens that hole in the wall, maybe try to use that nade later, but he's dead. Lou was able to get the kill. The C4s will likely remain alive down below unless there's the quickest reaction and the biggest of luck from NIP. Breaches on the wall open. Cons will try to move in for the plant. The coverage needs to be solid. The C4s need to miss. So many factors need to go NIP's way, and Lua just knows it before the round even began. It's an advantage for NIP. They'll try to recover. Eclair with the C4. Wizards able to get him, but they have intel. Can they land it? 10 seconds remaining. It has to land, and indeed it will. 1v1 essentially with Wizard putting the bomb on the floor, but he's Goomined. It's going to be so close to the wire. Will he have the intel? Eclair down below. He's got the beat! He's got match point for Crest! 1 round away!
For Nip. I think they've at least got this. He's going to fall off.
Back off.
I think that he just walked into something there. I don't know exactly what just happened to him, but he's dead to rights. No shield to cover the planter.
No shield at all.
There's a flanker. There's a flanker on main.
And a case dropped inside of the site. NIP aren't watching. Wizard, the Finka, they're so focused forward.
Oh no.
He's right in front of the breach. Is there this flanker? Is it going to hit? Eclair's got one. Cyreneko's got the call. Cyreneko's got the kill. Muzi now on half HP. Pino's got to push forward. They've got to recover. It's one gun left alive for NIP as Muzi pushes forward right into the shotgun. Whiskey doesn't miss his man. Muzi doesn't either. Pino last alive so many times. Can he save it now? Can he be lethal in the clutch? Can he win the pick? Can he get the last kill with 3 seconds left? This is not the NIP you know. This is not the NIP against Sandbox. This is NIP now down 1-0 on Elimination Series.
They were dominant for a very long time, and we've been slowly seeing them degrade, but it looks like this might be the nail in the coffin.
No,
potentially.
Just, I mean, Copenhagen, top 8, just a little bit of a recovery, and even then,
and going through this clear, you can see the drone game working out very well, too, as they've got a complete read on where this Valkyrie is. She's going to try and turn a Diamond Fire back, but it's actually going to be Zero that goes down. And have we awoken the beast? We'll have to find out here. I definitely do not want to call it too early, but this is the most active I've seen NIP this entire tournament.
Have we seen an NIP round at their behest come down to a 4v1 this early? We might very well, or Crest might very well, have awoken the ninjas in pajamas. Play trades to work players out of positions without it just being basically a coin flip as who ends up winning. Candela caught by a Candela, or caught by a Magnet, excuse me, but Psycho still knows he can blind them. C4 flies out, but it's on the wrong side of the desk. Wizard picks up Tiopi. Man advantage retained by NIP as they can keep playing these trades. They'll only be favored. Crest need to overperform. Somebody's got to go big. It all falls onto Whiskey, but NIP seem revitalized after the break, moving into map 2. Full control of open area at this point. Pino will just put the bomb down merely to force a rotation out from Whiskey. Do his due diligence. There's no shot this mute gets this one.
Well, so far so good for Ninjas in Pajamas, and yeah, I'm in the exact same boat as you are, my friend, and Pino does not make mathin'.
Well, I mean, NIP, they've got an execute here. I mean, that's 4v5. You still got to worry about the evil eyes, but the smoke canisters can go out. The glass can hold these angles. Muzi doesn't even have the diffuser. That's Cons. Muzi probably just going to fly up a hatch or through a window. Oh, Tiopi, though, he rotates off. He ends up making the smart play, but the glass counters him. Now 4v3, but for Crest, the diffuser's in sight. So Cycle will have to fall off the window and fall to Eclair. Muzi needs to open this up on the backside. The rest of his team is stuck outside these windows,
no.
and he's caught completely by Whiskey. This round seemed destined for NIP after that failed hop out by Lua, I should say. But now as Wizard rotates, Pino will pause outside of Electrical. No, push further. Will Cyreneko spot him? Just a little bit too far above Gridlock, hiding behind that shield. Smart reset. Wizard with the drone won't spot anything. A pre-fire will just barely tag Cyreneko, but he knows the Gridlock's in the hallway. First engagement doesn't work. The flash is all missed, though. They fly on in. Cyreneko lands it. Pino now falls. Wizard, 2! Well, they have to either be shot by the attack, shot by the defense, blown up even. So a lot of time can be wasted by Crest. There is no smoke, though. So a lot of front-loaded denial.
Sub 30.
Yep, sub 30. The backup, those Yokais, the C4s, they need to land. Big pickup by Lua as they drop down into the site. Cons pushes forward, now goes for the plant. But Lua, that warden, going so huge. Whiskey Goomba stomps Psycho as he vaults over from the red hallway. But the bomb goes down safely. Cons sticks that in the chaos, but it's a 1v4 now. This is a very difficult one for Pino to win. He's got the top floor, but there's so many angles going his way. He's backed off, shut down Lua, so he's safe on the top floor, but he can't get to it clear a time. He's sprinting over, but he gets stoned by Cyreneko. The heads-up play, the wall rips open, but Cyreneko's just a little quicker on that reaction. All tied up.
There's one over in Checkers. I think that's Valkyrie over inside of the connecting area. Might have a drop-off here. That shotgun's gonna be really deadly.
Oh, he's so close.
He's so very close. He goes for the flick down, but he just doesn't have the trigger. The M590 just a tad bit quicker, and now a flank out, and he gets it as well, and it's on Muzi, of all people. He rarely loses situations like that, especially when he's rifle on. He loses it entirely, and Nip, they're falling to pieces. Lua's up here. Lua just needs to hit the deck and play time. Minute and 10 seconds remaining. If he could just be a thorn in the side of Pino, this will be so distracting to Nip, but they've got the counter angle from outside on the far windows here. Wizard will be able to save their bacon and make things a little bit more difficult for Crest.
Wizard's on the position he needed to be because Crest, I mean, Cyreneko probably should not have hit that flank, but he gets away with it, makes it a 5v3, but there's still the aggressive Thorn inside of Banana, and well, ends up falling. Cyreneko also on low HP. This could very well be a 3v3 for NIP if they find that Valkyrie. But Pino and Psycho, so low HP. Wizard even now damaged. No one on NIP with full HP. Tiopi on the doorway that leads to this hatch, so if Psycho drops, he'll get the sound cue. Somebody from NIP, maybe it's Wizard 4-2, or maybe Pino, somebody has got to overperform. Wizard almost has an angle on that player down
20
below
seconds.
Sam. I know. The sub 20 execute. Can you believe it? Pino.
15 seconds left.
They have it. Whiskey gets one. Psycho cut down. 1v3.
Although this top floor setup still alive and well for Crest. A lot of holes as well too, and Cons is going to try and exploit that to the nth degree. So move the Monty up top, but nobody really in tow minus the window player over here.
Oh, Lua, what are you doing? Hello?
Okay. I mean, yeah. Genuinely, they really had to go for something eventually and go for these swings, try and get some kills under their belt, but it's not really going to work out.
Only 50 seconds left, so NIP
Here we go.
can detonate those Vulcans. They can waste more time. There's no smoke, but there are C4s as well. Just one in the hands of Psycho, but now Lua pushes in, pushes past the Vulcan, but he's low HP. Dome through the smoke. Cons picks up 2. Whiskey putting the bomb down, but advantage now gained by NIP. C4 goes out. They know it's close. They've got it red completely. So promising for Crest at the start of round 7. Maybe there's still some gas in the tank. Psycho cut down. Tiopi's recovered the diffuser, but it's only Cyreneko to cover. Flashbang now goes out, holding the plant. All the way inside of gold, Cyreneko finds himself, but now he loses Tiopi. He's got to take this fight with the Fenrir. So many bullets on the pre-fire, but he still wins it with the Bailiff. They could still cut it off, just from a different position and far less safe for the attack.
Oh, but they're not doing it on good timing right now. That's the problem.
Minute 10, yeah. The rotate's just not happening at this point.
Yeah, the decision's not being made. You can definitely tell that this is more than likely their setup in general. This is what they go for. Pino's going to take quite a bit of damage. I think that was from a frag grenade at a Zero. Now they're going to start pushing up Blue. Impacts out. Lewis got so much damage dealt to him. They're trying to swing in on him. He's very low on HP, so I'm surprised he went for it in that regard, but it's going to be 2 kills going the way of the green as Ninjas in Pajamas bodying Crest initially, but Crest fire back. 45 seconds remaining. This is still doable, especially with Tiopi here on Banana. He's got someone directly to his left, and Pino on very low HP. There's a lot to be said still in this round.
All quiet. Just holding. TOP finally goes for a swing. Gotta pick the diffuser back up to keep all their options open. One playing close. He's so focused. Oh, the Warden now turns. TOP doesn't check. Claire doesn't check it, but TOP gets the trade. The single player from Crest, who's kept them alive in round 18, now pushes forward, but he's got to be the one to put the bomb down. Zero and Echo needs to cover. Is he inside the building? Yes, he is, but he misses the Echo. Cross completely. NIP widen their lead even further, holding on to CEO.
That's definitely not supposed to happen. 30 seconds in, 5 drones gone. We have a Lion dead too. They decided to go for a rush play here into the kitchen. And yeah, it works out for him. That dope call is going to make things really difficult audio-wise for yourself. He knows that there has to be some sort of assistance coming in here. Great read by TOP, but I don't know if he gets out. He does. I'm very surprised about that one, but either way, it's going to be a back and forth trade in between these two. And honestly, I think Nip won out the engagement.
Probably. I mean, sure, you lose the Legion, who won't have those goo mines generating, but no more E1Ds to help. Crest had the Dokkaebi to rely on, but they were basing the round on that rush very clearly with the call going out, the E1Ds. They wanted to make that work, wanted to stake the round on that. Now they've got to rotate and rethink, come up with something different. But the Dokkaebi still got that trade. He made it to 4v4, and Lewis pushing for the 4v3. Oh, but it's a lot of missed shots. Thankfully recovers, but there's Pino to trade. Got the deployable shield staring that way. The Mirror also making this 2 people all holding conference. Have the crossfire established to make this a very difficult part of the map to control for Crest, who now twice now have to back off and reset after they don't get the control or the advantage they needed.
I'm reloading!
Down to 1 singular drone for Crest among these 3. I don't think any of them... Actually, no, it's going to be Serial that has the active drone, more than likely holding a flank or something! Oh, that was so pivotal! Boozy! You disgusting man, you! 2 big kills. Zero can still get it done, though. I mean, there's a minute remaining. He's got 2 frag grenades. It's open area. A lot of different ways that he can sneak through things. And he's Nook, so it doesn't even mean that your info game is going to work out for you if they do have things implemented like those yokais.
And he's the only guy with that drone. I mean, we were talking about 1 drone left. Who's got it? It's Zero, and he just happens to find himself in the 1v2 now after finding that NIP player on the marble staircase. The 2 nades as well. He's running out of time to use them. But NIP were playing close in that crossfire earlier. They've now spread out. He'll send it over to open area. Oh, the Mirror's right there, but it just pops a little too short. He'll try to bank it off. It lands on Boozy. He's made it to 1v1. Will he deny match point? No, he will not.
He's going to be in tow to try and assist from stock.
Haven't made a lot of use of that. Ying and Mai will not make use of her either. A thankful trade to be sure, but one that very much favors NIP. Wizard, if he is a smart man, will have already placed his dreadnoughts. Sure, the codes are lost, but maybe some are activated, but TOP certainly could have used those Yings to great effect to force control where Crest have struggled in past attacks. And that won't happen now. Man advantage acquired, thou knows. Zero finds Muzi. 2 players on the open area roam still have not fallen back just yet. But in the 4v3 without that Ying, they might, I was about to say, could start considering a fallback now.
Makes a lot of sense. This is going to be a little bit more difficult now for Nip as the default cameras will be soaked up, so Pino will get rid of that, but Whiskey's going to get rid of Cons. And Crest.
Nobody in sight.
Back against their wall. Oh, walls up. Back against the wall.
There you go.
Couldn't say that one there for a split second, but we got it out eventually. Thank you, sir. Lua. Skeleton Key will start breaking things up for stock. It's going to be a Claire that actually strikes true next. It's just down to Psycho. And Carter, this has just been a groveling session for Nip as they've been constantly put to the sword left. Truly impressive. The laser gate's working out. They don't give it enough time. Just trying to beat the timing there. Wow, just so many levels here from Nip in the way that they're playing this.
Now Crest, if they end up needing to go for that drop.
Oh my God.
Wait, what the hell? They're just in vault? Hello? Thatcher pushing up close. Please counter Muzi right here. He'll get the kill. 5v4 now established in the side, but good reaction by Khan. Fight in the second. Takes almost all his bullets, but it works out. Psycho now on low HP, down. Khan's 2. 1 bullet away from death. That's a pickup. Lua, Pino, Wizard. Only one's left. Zero domes him all the way across the bomb site. Wizard now stuck in gold. He let the Volt Rush happen. Now he's got to save it. Eclair around the corner. Nobody covering. Can he get the kill? No, he cannot. Zero holding it down. down, just reacts in
Got
time.
Tiopi as well as another down low. Been seeing Finka roll around here. And this is 4 potential kills that they have in their back pockets. First frag out. Moosey's got that hatch open. Cons to take down Whiskey. That's going to be the Rotero wielder. Moosey's going to at least take a little bit of damage from that frag grenade. Another rotation out here from Zero, looking to see if he can try and use his audio to the best of his ability, but can't find much. Now with 45 seconds remaining, Crest, worse for wear as they've lost Whiskey, but we've seen them come back from things like this before.
We have, but there's no solid control for Crest right now. A lot of them still outside the building, Zero inside, but nothing on this top floor. Eclair spots one though, Cons just exposing himself to the stock window. Mira also taking an aggressive stance. Does Tiopi check it? He reacts in time. Muzi cut down, but Tiopi easily traded. Psycho retains control of Electrical. Thatcher pushes on in, easily C4'd by Psycho. Zero picked back up, but then down right again by Wizard. Eclair with the diffuser, 1v3. Nip just will close this out. Yes, they will! On bank, Skyscraper still in the cards. Fan form, because you need that thermite, or you don't need it, but that thermite is so necessary for opening up like the geisha wall for tea and karaoke and the office exhibition wall, or the house single wall for office and exhibition.
Born in the side of a multitude of teams addressing Skyscraper, and that includes some of the best offenses in the world. But now it's time for Crest to pop off. They've got to swing through. What a shot from Eclair. Wizard missing the mark there, wasn't able to get the critical blow, and now the door is open for Crest.
Indeed it is. Pepino holding on a drum. Cons with delay time. Delay the push in from the ace. Eclair wide swings. Cons not enough ammo to transfer on the player in drum. That attacker will live for the time being, but a smoke canister goes out. Forces the rotation from Zero. Still close with a shotgun, but Tiopi hits the pre-fire. The anticipation needed. Cons now falls. Zero finally picking things up. Psycho, only one left all the way on backstairs. They can win on time. He's not in their hands. He switches to the pistol, but it's not faster than NIP.
You need somebody to cover these pivotal locations like this window. This is something we see hopped out on a lot. Pino is expecting the aggressive tendency, and he'll get it. The super shorty on Legion. That gun is pretty good, especially with how consistent shotguns are now, and Ninjas in Pajamas are going to kill practically all of Crest. Whiskey has such little HP, all with that interaction from the Legion, and yeah, Pino finding so much success with that secondary little shoddy.
Able to take down one attacker, now Zero and Whiskey, his teammate on 1 HP, and Diffuser a world away on the house stairs. Whereas Tea and Karaoke was close and needing a few minor changes, it's just not happening in round 2 on Office Exhibition.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, Whiskey finished off, and you can see Zero shake his head. Say, all right, I guess I'm sitting in reception for the next 50 seconds.
A metaphorical timeout. They will sit here and more than likely talk about what the heck is going to be going on for the remainder of these offenses. But this is honestly what we expected when we walked into Skyscraper. So honestly, I'm not sweating for either side right now. There's some potential that Nip could just clean clock and take 6 rounds and make it really impossible for Crest to try and come back on their defensive end. But there's also some potential for them to make some big adjustments. We've seen Crest constantly make some pretty positive strides towards success after losing a couple of rounds up to Nip. I just hope that it doesn't get too far down the line before we see that again.
Seconds remaining.
After winning this bomb site, unless Zero decides to, I'm gonna cheat or something, just kill everyone instantly, but...
He just starts just floating through the sky.
Yeah, barring him literally just doing something insane.
So far, do still have that verticality to work with down low too, to try and head anything off on this door that does try and boil over. We'll see if Whiskey can make it through. He will. Zero will be the first one to pick up anybody. It's going to be Pino that goes down. Wizard has taken some damage, but it's actually going to be Muzi that falls next. Wizard will actually get his own. Ninjas in Pajamas respond in kind. Wizard does have one right up the alley from him, but he'll end up getting taken down. Lou won't get tagged from that skeleton key, luckily enough. And now down into the 2 versus 3 for these two. Now make it the 1 versus 3 for Cons inside of Karaoke.
Yeah, he'll hold here as it's no side control for Crest yet, but they're resetting. They know he's there. They're so focused on the bomb site. Cons has been here the entire round, pretty much. Just sitting in this spot. There's one. He sees him. Diffuser dropped, but they know now. There's blood in the water, and it might just be Cons. One pushing the right, he's got his isolated window! NIP have not provided the same opening as before.
Muzi's going to get concussed and immediately bodied by Zero. That was a great concussion there to try and discover what was going on in the main office. And now they had to try and deal with things at the back of Exhibition. That'll start off with Lua. They've opened up the gates over here on this far side, but Wizard will try and slap it shut. But they still have one to consider when it comes down to it. They lost 2 bodies, and Wizard's gotten some damage dealt to him, but he might be the most pivotal piece to this puzzle past Cons with these smokes.
Keeping those alive. Guman's trip things up at the C4 Wizard. All of these options, not bountiful, not aplenty, but still viable. 45 seconds remaining. Crest have not pushed into drum yet. Oh, but Cons pushes up, just tagged in the shoulder. A warning shot for what could come next, but not fully punished. His final smoke goes out, though. Whiskey will just push on in anyway, destroy the default. Concuss recognizes there's someone on the opposite side of the doorway, and so Cons will rotate down as a result. Wizard still holding Geisha, as he has been for the majority of the rounds. C4 doesn't find anything. He sees Tiopi, but Eclair wraps around in time. Psycho still holding on the top floor. Cons moving back up inside of Geisha. Does Eclair check the angle? Does he react in time? No, Cons with the spray, puts the diffuser down just again. Zofia, oh no, shot from the back. Tiopi finishes him off, but Psycho's got a 1v1. Tiopi reacts in time! Smokes him inside a T! And this was the behind round. The minibar position. Muzi also holding down Dragon. Behind that Kiba barrier. Whiskey might just be the player to open this up if he can find the right angle, find the right engagement. Nothing's giving. Oh, but no, Lua just domes Pino. Hello? Pulls out the handgun. It's a 4v1. Siren Echo might be down, but Wizard's got to turn his attention to the bomb site. Sees one, but turns away. It costs him almost all of his HP. Not his life, though. Tags up Whiskey. Bomb goes down very safely. Siren Echo finished off, but Crest just have to back out. This is such a difficult clutch for Wizard to win on such low HP. They know his position too, it's more than known. House stairs. He's not moving beyond this in all likelihood.
We'll let him breathe. See what he can accomplish here. Those track stingers could even take him out at this point. That's why he's being so diligent about clearing those things. Fantastic post position here from Crest too. And, I mean, just a great round from them especially. Oh, the super shorty in a very similar position to what we saw.
4-2, just based on the history of these two teams inside of these 6 rounds so far. This is good for NIP. Stop the bleeding. Whiskey being peppered ever so low, trying to melee open that Kiba barricade. Oh, the skeleton key. The follow-up after the X-Kairos, but nobody playing close on that angle. Either on the left side, either. Though the Legion is in a different or in a similar position, but the attack just is not going Crest's way. After failing to open that Geisha wall, they are stuck inside of Mezzanine. TLP finally spots the feed and can't even get the kill. Insult to injury. But a 3-3 is better than a lot of teams get on Skyscraper, and it could have been more. But it's still good.
No, it's definitely good. But we obviously have to point out kind of the elephant in the room on that one. Got to keep those gears rolling, Crest. You had the solution there. It was in your pocket. I'm sorry, Whiskey. They're just so rude for that, honestly. Psycho? Downstairs, Tiopi. I think he might actually have him here in timing. Good audio. These easy peasy lemon squeezy pickup. As Nip will be able to surge forward in the man count, although Zero has something to say about that. Eclair will find one as well. It's a 3 versus 2 as Crest constantly in turmoil as of right now. That sub-minute is usually where we see Nip get active. Pino's got a good read on our friend Eclair over here as you see that yellow ping constantly showing his location. And now, Ninjas in Pajamas need a home for this plant.
Toxic Canister delaying even more time. So NIP, they've got the advantage, but one more Toxic Canister. Lua, oh, he's got to stay alive, but Wizard finds him. Eclair with the C4. It's just going to open the soft wall. I can't even deny the plant with that. He's got to take the angle, take the gunfight. Pino and NIP with a big first victory and one they needed to get things back on track.
Not really too harshly dedicated to their info game to where it becomes a detriment. They're keeping things active, keeping things moving, and propelling themselves with all of these separate pieces. And that's exactly what you want in your Siege play. So it's working out well for Nip right now. Another big pick going their way in the likes of Lua. Lua's been a little hit or miss here. He's had some really big moments, but also had some moments where you really wish he pumped the brakes just a tad bit, maybe find some success in some other means. But now Nip, well within their right to take 2 back-to-back rounds yet again to start off their half.
And Tiopi down below, at least in the previous round, left a lot to be desired on that Solus below. Eclair and Siren Echo need to go big on the site, and what do you know? Tiopi goes down again. The Monty spotting Eclair lands the pre-fire, but the advantage is too strong. The lead is too great. The odds too dire. 2 rounds in a row now for NIP in what seemed to maybe be a safe haven on these D. Actually, they've decided to rotate off Office and Exhibition, but can the Whiskey rotate back? Bougie doesn't see him. He's not spotting. He lets them both fly by. He's trying to play so passive. Lua picks up Psycho. Is Muzi gonna push on in? Pino certainly is. Yes, he finally finds Whiskey. Down goes the Cade and Geisha. A big trade for Zero, though. Actually, Tiopi inside of Drum. Office Exhibition control finally established for NIP, but Crest hold on to the parts that matter.
This is the swing that matters most right here. Tiopi must win out the situation. He will get the first one. That's going to be Case on the ground here in Drum. He will not get the second, though. 2 versus 2. Case on Muzi. He needs Wizards' help here. Wizards is going to be crossed over on Shrine. He's trying to assist with Lua, but Lua's got such good utility control right now. He just can't stand up, and he does! He risks it, but now it's down to the 1 versus 1. Zero up against Wizard. Wizard on such low HP. 10 seconds remain, and he has to try and dedicate himself to this plan. He can play the timing, though, as well. And impact out. He sticks it. He gets the plant. Can Wizard get it done? Oh, Zero! What a shot!
Happy feet.
Make him dance. Make him dance. Dance no more.
Reloading.
Pino won't be able to find anything with that frag grenade. Cons will try and meander around NT and see if he can find something. Pino will eventually find T.O.P. And now Crest, they're practically getting scooped out of their own sight. We have a couple of bodies over on the far side. You can see one in Terrace and potentially one over on the Drum side. But Cons is just going to be able to stand here and constantly relay information to Ninjas in Pajamas as they're working their way up, as well as they do have that player down low in the likes of Pino that could hit a fast rotation over the house stairs.
Claire wipes his hands. Tense moment. Energy expended on either side. In the disadvantaged position, 3v5 and Zero Neko on low HP. Utility pouring in. He still has his Kiba barricade, thankfully. The Rotero drone's not destroyed. It Kumine in the hands of Cons, who'll have to take it out eventually. Rotero finally forces him back, and he's picked off by Wizard. Eclair hears one, trying to hit the back. And Whiskey 2 spots the Claymore. He's got the flank. 1 kill down. Only that one, though, as the Monty escapes. There's someone to stop him, but Eclair moves in for the retake, too. Unshielded by the Monty. He puts Eclair on reduced HP. The C4 misses. Pino's where he needs to be. He's down now, but they've got the intel. Just 5 seconds. Can Whiskey find this Monty? Can he deny the plant? He's got hard pings on both different players, but not able to find the kill on either. Oh, and he's looking too far to the left.
They have no idea where water is, and that's really the issue right now. They have another logic bomb to try and drop and find some semblance of information, but Crest are doing such a bang-up job of keeping things slow and steady up until this moment. Lua's gonna go down, and now into the 4 versus 4.
And indeed, Bacon's tagged up as he moves on in, just 1 HP. It'll force that Case onto the floor. Might not go for a plant, so he'll have to back off. Only 20 seconds remaining, so little time to work with, and yet NIP need to savor every second, maximize every single move. Flashes go in, they've got control of Barbecue. This is where the verticality needs to play. Tiopi's right there. He's exactly where he needs to be. Psycho doesn't even find the 1 player inside the site. Eclair goes big. It's Wizard in the 1v3. He's got 16 kills. Can he make it 17? Can he make it 18? Can he make it a victory? Tiopi's got simply too much intel. Crest just need 1 more to keep their chances at Swiss alive. Has made this play-in series, this segment, these 2 days where these regions have the opportunity to make these upsets. This is what all makes it matter. The Crest just need to do it here. Pino flies on in. Quick control established by Cons and the rest. Eclair cut down as Psycho moves on in. A 2-piece up backstairs. This might be play-ins, but it might be over for Crest if they can't recover. It costs a lot of HP, but Lua at least gets Pino. Uzi also hit by an impact grenade, now certainly on low HP, but NIP hold the advantage. They've got the high card. But when they lay it down on the table, will it all come up their way? It's all over! A Cinderella story in the making, but the clock strikes midnight and we all must go home.